Hello, guys. Oh, where is the voice chat? No, that's not it. It's not Twitch over. It's YouTube over. Oh, it's the other YouTube. It's this over. There you go. Oh, cheers to Chairman on Bicar W. Thank you, thank you. Yeah, it was good times. This overlay looks horrible, by the way. Let me see if I can. Let's move it up here. There you go. Looks a little better. Okay, and just post in a few more places, and then we're good to go. Okay, let's see here. Okay. What's a good emoji to use here? There's no like white shorts emoji, which would have been really cool to use, like on Twitter or something like that. Like that'd be pretty cool. But unfortunately, there is none. But there's like the angry face emoji. Like, why is that a thing? I don't understand. Doesn't make any sense. Okay. I just felt like this then. All right, how's everybody doing? Not a lot of people here tonight, I think, which is fine. This is mostly for me anyways. Yeah, a lot of my friends in Southern California, they've either watched this already or they're playing at locals right now, so don't expect a lot of those guys to be joining in. But yeah, I mean, maybe we'll get some people from NorCal. That'd be nice. Alright, well yeah, this is going to be VOD review for my run yesterday playing Bang Dream at the BCS Shop Challenge. And yeah, I mean it was just it was a long day. It was 5 rounds of Swiss into top 8. I went 3-2 in Swiss, and then I played 2 of my same opponents again in top 8. Oh yeah, so it was a really long day. But yeah, all the matchups and stuff like that, those are all on Twitter. Today the main goal of this stream is to look at the finals game, because there's a really cool moment in the finals game that I do want to highlight, and it would be just really cool. I thought it would be cool to get at least like some kind of clip or footage of me explaining the final turn and just why it was so insane, I guess. And I was gonna make a video, but then I was like, yeah, I might as well just like stream it, I think, because streaming is just easier, and then maybe later I can like clip it or something. I don't know. All right, so top 8, I was not on camera. Top 8, so this is like a 2-hour stream, right? So that was like 3 games in 2 hours. That's pretty good. Not bad time. So on stream is like a different matchup, and unfortunately neither of those players made it to the finals either, so it's like watching it doesn't really do much. Well, we could watch it later if we want, just to see, because I didn't really get to see the whole game. Yeah, so my top 8 match, I was playing against Itsuki. I was a player from Sacramento. I absolutely should have lost. It was Salvers SDS, yeah, 7DS, yeah. I absolutely should have lost my top 8 match against the Itsuki player. I got pretty unlucky, and the Itsuki player played really well, except on the final turn, he forgot to Mocha. And if he did Mocha, I would have lost because he would have hit a climax out, and I would have just ate it. But he forgot to Mocha, and because of that, I squeaked by with a win. So that was definitely, you know, mistake on their part, but otherwise they played really well. So I can't really say that like, yeah, that was just fortunate for me. Like I didn't like do anything correct there. I just got very lucky in that regard. Like the game was going like pretty bad for me. I was like just having a really bad game, but then like that turn was like, okay, well, made it. So after that I was just like, okay, I have to win the whole thing, right? If like I felt like I was like, if I win through opponent just like forgetting to do an effect, it feels really bad if I'm just gonna lose afterwards. So I was just like, I was really I was really motivated to try to win the whole thing after that. So this is the semifinal game. This is me against a friend, C-Tang. I was gonna watch this originally, but by his request, he does not want me to review this game, and I don't blame him because this game was kind of a shit fest. So I'm not gonna watch this. I'm just gonna briefly talk about this. If you guys want to watch this, you guys can go watch this. You can see where the Twitch link is. You guys can go find this channel and watch it yourself. I'm not gonna watch this one. Basically the rundown of this game was I got unlucky, and then he got really unlucky, and then the game was over. It was just a very boring game where both of us are just like trying to make things work, and we're both getting extremely screwed by our own decks. I will say that in this one matchup, the Morphonica drop search was like really clutch because none of his characters all his characters like required traits on board, and I just like removed all the traits, and that just like made it infinitely harder for him to recover. But otherwise, not a really fun game to watch. So honestly, I don't even want to watch it. I do want to watch it, but like I don't really want to talk about it. So all right, anyways, so let's jump to the finals game, because the finals game is the one that is actually interesting. You can see my reaction after this game.
I would take the 7 Deadly Sins matchup because the damage price from the each is very scary.
You can see me like freaking out after that win, because that win was just like, that win was just like super hard. But yeah, anyways. All right. Oh, I forgot that happened. Right.
Okay.
We changed this mat. The mat is still there. It is just heavily censored now, featuring the card art winners.
Right, I forgot that happened. That's pretty funny.
I completely forgot about that, but
I also completely forgot about that.
we'll see what happens to the
Whoops.
to the channel afterwards. Culture. Louis is a man of culture, of course. He's repping the Asuna mat.
I totally forgot that happened.
But we're gonna go ahead and give him the card art theme mat for this sketch, just so we can still keep streaming without any interruptions here.
All right. So this is against Ishika, right? And this is not the same Ishika player I played in Swiss. This is my second Ishika matchup of the day. I think Ishika's a very easy matchup for Akko specifically. In my deck profile, I went over Akko's power lines. The fact that Akko hits 12-5 with Misaki back row means that Ishika early play can just not stick on the board. So I was feeling pretty good. I was like, as long as I open, as long as I can get like 2 Akko combo time machine, I feel really good in this matchup. Okay, my opening hand here is actually pretty good. I have 2 Akkos, which is like way better than anything else I've had this entire game. And then I draw pretty good here, right? I draw Rimi and the Yukinariki. So I like having both Rimi and Yukinariki in opening hand because it gives me the flexibility of deciding what I want to use my stock on going first. So I always attack with Rimi first, and then depending on like what he responds with, I can either choose to use the Rimi effect to get my clock in the mill, or I can choose to use the Yukinariki to get the search. So I just love having the option. It's so good. All right, so he starts off pretty good here, right? Ishika. So attacking with Rimi in center is meant to lock the Ishika runner in center. So a lot of Ishika players I see, what they'll do is they'll actually swap it. They'll bomb the the center, and then they'll have the runner on the side so that they can try to keep the runner alive. So like the fact that he put the runner in the center is a little bit of a misplay, because now like I'm not gonna use the Remy effect because I have the Riki in hand, and I'm gonna Riki for a clean cut. And then because the runner can't run away, I can actually clean cut over the runner. And then because I have the clean cut, then it means I also get advantage on the bomb, because I can kill the bomb with a 0 and then clean cut it back row. So that's a bit of a misplay on the Ichika player part. And I do think that in this situation, if you're Ichika and you have this board set up, you should put the bomb in the center and the runner on the side, and then bomb the you should bomb the center so that the runner can run, right? Leaving the bomb on the field is good, but you just need to know what the matchup is. If they have a clean cut, it's like really bad, right? And like Bang Dream does have a clean cut, so like he kind of played into a clean cut here. It's good if like they don't have a clean cut, so this is also kind of like a matchup knowledge thing. Like if you are confident your opponent is not playing clean cut, then you can leave a board like this and it's probably fine. But you still won't like plus with this kind of board, right? Which is kind of the downside. Like at best you're gonna use your bomb to remove one of their zeros, but there's no world where like this board you keep both of your characters. So whereas the previous board, if you bomb their center and then use the runner on the side, there's a chance you actually keep the runner, which is like pretty good.
So when you attack into her front attack, it's canceled. It came on Yuki first.
Yeah, so I mean this attack order is just so good for me, right? So clean cut center, Riki to the right, and I can play a brainstorm, and I can also brainstorm it back. So that's freaking easy. Yeah. Yeah, so 1-1-1 here. We clean cut the brainstorm, get mad value, doing good. Yeah. Yeah, this is pretty even, honestly. I'm a little bit ahead because I was able to clean cut. But yeah, he mills a bunch here. So at this point, I'm actually drooling, right? Because he's out like 4 climaxes, and I have 2 soul in hand and double Akko. I'm just like, oh my goodness, like he's gonna eat so much damage. I'm like so ready. I'm like salivating at the prospect of just blasting this guy to level 2 with Akko 2 soul combo. The 2 soul combo is just so strong. It's crazy actually. Yeah, and I think I don't even think he combos this turn, which is the funniest thing. Like he doesn't I can see his hand on the VOD now. Oh, his hand's so bad. It's like so not set up. That's like unfortunate. I mean, his mills have been really bad so far, so like it is what it is, right? He has like a bunch of filter from his hand, but he doesn't have. I don't think he even has climax. He doesn't have climax. Okay, so he can get the 1-0 here, but again, not having climax is really rough. Yeah, so he can event and then yeah, so he's grabbing the Riki just so he gets some more advantage, I think. That's his idea, grabbing the Riki here. And then yeah, he forgets the top deck 2, but it doesn't matter because he can just top deck 2 with the level 0. But I was just like I pick up the event here. I'm just like, I'm pretty sure this allows you to top deck 2 afterwards. He just forgot to do it. All right, and then goes ahead, reveals a 3 here, and then grabs the brainstormer. I think. Does he commit to the brainstormer? I don't remember anymore. He never used the brainstormer though, which is kind of weird. Yeah, so okay, he goes for that brainstorm instead. So the reason why he goes for this brainstorm is because he needs to tap the back row for power to kill the clean cut, which I think was good, right? And he does want to brainstorm here just to get value because he doesn't have climax combo or climax. Yeah, he doesn't have climax in hand, so he just needs to get more value. Yeah, so he goes off and he grabs. I think he grabs the. He grabs like some card that has 2k power. I think he grabs the runner here. Yeah, he grabs the runner here because he grabs a card that can kill the Riki. Yeah, I mean he doesn't have climax in hand, so there's no real way for him to do anything else here. Yeah. All right. So goes ahead for 1 damage. My level up is here is kind of smooge, not really good target. So I level up Akko, because again, you don't really need 4 Akko. It's like okay if you level the Akko in most of your games. Doesn't actually matter. Alright, and then yeah, take the 1 damage, direct for 2. I take everything. Kind of wish I canceled here, but it's all good actually, because I have the combo in hand. So that's my second 2-soul. So I draw the second 2-soul, and I'm just like, oh shit, I have 2 turns of Akko 2-soul combo. That's actually pretty nice. And I counted his climax. He's I think he's 5 out, and he has like a really big deck. And I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm gonna send him straight to level 2. This is gonna be the best thing ever. Drop a card, cause I'm really too excited here about the 2-soul combo. Alright. Okay, so clocking early play heal, I think that's fine. Drawing, okay, so I draw the Yukina Riki, which is like, so now I'm thinking, I'm like, if I play Yukina Riki, I can get triple Akko, but I'm technically 4 damage behind here, right? He's 1-0, I'm 1-4. I don't want to clock myself here if I don't have to. And I have 2 Akkos in hand, so I'm just like, do I Riki or Brainstorm? If I Riki, I can more or less guarantee the Akko. But I choose to Brainstorm here, and I hit Akko and I hit Climax. So like I'm actually just so good here. But then I'm still thinking, because like I could either get Misaki here or I could get the Akko. So the reason I would consider Misaki is like if I Misaki here and I set up the Misaki 2-1, I can make sure that when the Akkos come back, they can be 12-5. But then I'm like, I have 2-2-souls in my hand. So like, even if I hit him to level 2 and he establishes a board of 3-2s, first of all, he can only play 1 3-2, which I'm not too worried about, just 1 3-2. And then because I have the 2-soul again, I can just time machine another turn. And then on the second turn of my time machine, that's when I'm able to grab the, what do you call it? That's when I can set up the Misaki. Okay. So that door, first card trigger, I never pay it out. It was like really awful. Yeah. And then and he cancels on the the first 2 attacks, which is like crazy. And then I trigger for 5 and he takes it. But it was crazy that he canceled the first 2 attacks. And it's like really bad here for me, because I triggered 2 climaxes here. So like I'm not feeling great, because like I triggered 2 climaxes and now he's gonna be directing 3 times. So I'm just like I'm like a little scared about this. I mean, honestly, if he didn't take the 5 there, I might be losing here. So like if he canceled the 5, I'm pretty sure I'm losing. Straight up losing, which is like really unfortunate. I am a happy man. Although I was really worried here though. If he didn't take the 5, I would have been really worried. This thing is gonna be interesting. Like, I think he uses the Riki effect here, which I just don't think was the right play. Yeah, he goes for the Riki here. I don't understand why. Like, why would you Riki here? Like, you need all your stock. Oh, but he goes for it, which is like really weird to me. I really just did not understand this play. He uses it, so he only has 2 stock left now, and he like basically can't do anything. Yeah, it goes and grabs the 1-0. It's pretty good. Then you are yeah, okay, so yeah, and then he draws ditch. I don't think he draws the climax. Okay, draws the runner, gets early play condition. He still doesn't have the climax, so that's like super smudge. Yeah, Louis just couldn't draw a climax out. Then you're trying to steal the game all the time with the +2 soul? No, not all the time. You're trying to use the +2 soul early in the game to be aggressive. You're trying to use the +2 soul along with stock swap to force your opponent to back compression and take advantage of it. But the most important thing about the +2 soul combo is the amount of power your Akko can get. Your Akko gets to 10-5 on the second turn of combo. So the first turn of combo, you play +2 soul, your Akkos are 7k, and then they go to memory, and they come back on the second turn, 10-5. And you don't need a +2 soul on the second turn. You're just trying to get the 10-5 power. That's all I play the +2 soul combo for, really. It's just for power. Like, if they take the damage, they take it. If they triple cancel, it's fine. Honestly. It like doesn't really matter. You just want it for the power.
Well, welcome to the next level.
By sheer force of will.
Yeah.
He has 3 cards in hand.
All right, so direct for 2, I take it. So I'm definitely going to be level 2 here, which is what it is, I guess. All right, and I cancel here, which is really good. And then this is for 4, and I was like, okay, I really need to cancel this one. And I cancel here as well, so also pretty good for me. All right, the Akos come back. They're now 10-5, and so now I'm gonna be able to contest this board, right? So this is what the Akko's for. The Akko comes back this turn. Now Louis, even though he played an early play, like that board's dead. I'm like 100% able to reverse all his characters here. Yeah. Yeah, so at this point, I am probably not clocking because, yeah, I can just brainstorm here to pay out the stock. And then, so I have 2 thought processes here. So I'm not clocking. There's no world I clock, right? I can either brainstorm or I can play an event. If I play an event, that mills 2, and I trigger 3 times, I'll have 1 card left in the bottom of my deck. And then the climax I play goes back. However, that means that the 2 climaxes in my stock are stuck there, which is like not ideal. The second thing I can do is I could brainstorm here. I can brainstorm here, which mills me down to 2 cards left in deck, and then I can play the climax. So no matter which way I do it, I can't get all my 2 souls back into the deck. However, if I brainstorm first and I hit a door, I can salvage, which is really good, because there's still 1 more door in my deck. And then the second thing is if I brainstorm, I make sure I'm in the new deck, and that way like there's no clean damage left in my deck. So that was my thought process. So the only time the brainstorm is bad is if I think the climax is at the very bottom of my deck. And I'm like, I just don't think the climax is at the very bottom of my deck. So I'm telling Louis this actually as we're playing this out, because I'm thinking, and I don't want to be slow playing. So I'm communicating like what I'm thinking about, because it's like really easy to just communicate, I think. Like if you're having a tough time between 2 choices and you want to make sure that you're like not communicating that you're slow playing, you can just talk about your choices, just to show that you are demonstrating you're progressing the game state somehow. So I am brainstorming here because I'm like, as long as it's not on the bottom card of the deck, the brainstorm is good.
I'm pretty sure he should. There's no way,
Yeah. All right, so I brainstorm and it's not in the top 4. So I'm just like, okay, that's bad, because the best case scenario is it's in the top 4, so I can hit with the brainstorm and the climax goes back. But this is fine. I still get the +2 soul because I had it in my hand, and now I can kill the Ichika, right? So killing the Ichika here is just really good. Yeah, like definitely just want to kill Ichika. So I triggered the door, which is good, right? So this is like the second best case scenario, is that it's the second to last card, so I can trigger it, and I grab the Fumio here because that's like one of the only ways you can get Fumio. Yeah. Alright, I front attack here. So the reason why I front attack here on the second attack is because I know that he's compressed, right? So because I know that he's compressed, I attack here into the runner to force the runner to get reversed in a situation where Louis is compressed, so that he doesn't want to use the filter effect. If he doesn't, and then just deny him the filter effect, it's just good for me. So I attack in this order. I first attack the Ichika so that if he wants to counter, I force the counter out early rather than later. And then I attack the runner so I can force the on reverse effect out earlier as well. Alright, refreshing here. I just level red here, I think. Yeah. I was like, I'll just level red. And then he takes it, so it's really good for me. He takes the 4, and then now he doesn't use the effect, so it's good for me as well. And that's gonna be for 5. He cancels. No issues there. All right, and then the Yakos go into memory.
Just one more.
Yeah.
We just see him grab one more. He's like, he needs to refresh here. It's bad.
Steve was very happy. Yeah. He's got enough stock to trip.
Yeah. And so right now my compression is really good. I have 5 climaxes in roughly like 20-ish cards. I'm trying to see if I can count. Yeah, I like 5. I like pretty close to 1 in 4 compression, so I'm feeling pretty good here. I feel like I'm 2-0 with 1 in 4 compression. I'm probably not gonna hit level 3. So I probably get another turn at level 2, which is gonna be good. So Lee goes ahead and brainstorms first. And he finally gets his level 1 combo. He finally is able to assemble the pieces. But I think it's the wrong climax too, which is like so sad. Lou just had like a kind of an unfortunate game with like getting the cards that he wants. Yeah, but that's the wrong. No, that's the right climax actually. This is the he finally gets the combo, which is good, and he's able to pay out that climax, which is really good for him too. All right, so that's gonna be for 4. I cancel off the top. Not what you want to see. You never want to see a cancel off the top, especially when you're playing Time Machine. It just means that the next pocket of damage might be really big. Alright, grabs the bouncer. So the moment I see him grab the bouncer, I know he's cautious of my costing me level 3. Like he's just gonna bounce it, right? So that's gonna be really bad for me. Okay. So I take the 5 here, which is freaking awful. And not only do I take the 5, I also take one of the Kasumis as damage. Which is like it's just really bad. Yeah, it's a slugfest for sure. He twin drived 2 soul. I was like, there's no way I take 5 because 5 is not a number that deck can hit. And he just twin drives into 5. Like I was just like, holy shit. Okay, so taking the 5 there is really bad. Also hits a Kasumi out of my deck, which is not very good for me.
Aren't on the board right now. He's just Louis only playing his level 1s. Yeah, he gets to essentially marine.
Okay, and then he goes ahead and reveals the choice here. So the choice here is so he was really smart when he played the climax. He assigned the crush effect to the final attack, so he's actually able to put the climax back into the waiting room here. Yeah, it's like so smart. And he triggers. I think I cancel. I do cancel here. That's good. Okay, but that's the last door in my deck. So I'm out of all the doors. I have 2 in stock, and then I have 2 in waiting room. And then he reveals climax at the end there. Okay, so all right. So let me pause the situation here, and I need to talk about this, the context of this turn, so I can explain why this turn was crazy. First of all, addressing chat, you're gross for abusing Toko Brainstorm later on. I know. The brainstorm's really good. Okay, so at this point, there are 2 doors in my stock. There are 2 doors in my waiting room, and my hand has no climaxes and 1 Kasumi. I only have 1 3/2 Kasumi in my hand. There's I think there's 1 in clock, 1 in waiting room, and there's like 1 in deck or something. Like it's like really weird. I don't like, all my pieces are like everywhere. My hand's not very good. I think I have like a few copies of like the 1-0 event to mill. But yeah, so I'm not set up for level 3 at all. Like I was thinking I was gonna get another turn of level 2 and then use this turn to kind of set up for level 3. But I'm 2-5, and 2-5 is definitely danger zone. So I was like, I don't want to stay at 2-5 if I can't help it. But the reason why this turn takes forever is because the first part of the turn is me identifying whether or not I should even push myself to 3. Like if I push myself to 3, can I actually go for a kill? And then once I decide to do that, it's just like figuring out how to get all the pieces. And then the next important thing is that the last card of his deck is a climax. So he has 1 card in deck and it's a climax. So I'm just like, if I push myself to level 3 and go for the kill, I still need a good way to remove that climax as well, which means I need a stock swap. All right. So with all that information, knowing that my hand has no climaxes and only 1 copy of 3/2 Kasumi, we will play out this turn.
That's not a bad deal, right? I'll go into be very comfortable with 5. So we'll see what he wants to do if he wants to get this.
Yeah. So I could do another turn of Akko, but I'm deathly scared of Ichika's 3/2 combo, because Ichika's 3/2 combo is actually quite good. I know he has 2 in hand, and then I know that the climax is at the top of his deck, which means that if he cancels with it, it's gonna be in the waiting room, which means it's really easy for him to salvage it. And then if I trigger badly, I'm just dead, because like the cancel burn also like shuffles back cards into my deck. So like if I have 1 climax left in my deck and then I cancel with it and he shuffles back 4, I just die. I'm just like dead from like 2/2, right? So I'm very, very scared of that combo. He has 6 stock, so he can do double plus the 3-2 to salvage it. He also has climax swap in hand. I've been tracking that as well. And the climax swap gets him an extra stock back, so he gets like extra ways to like get resources. So I just think that if I don't kill him this turn, I'm going to die the following turn. Like I'm confident in Ichigo's ability to kill me. So now I'm just counting. I'm counting everything. I'm counting like where my 3-2 Kasumis are. I'm counting how much stock I have. I'm counting if I can like free like stock Fumio. Like what the hell I do? I'm okay. So I'm just counting everything here.
Just put the Simpsons Ralph meme on there.
So I clock. I do decide to clock. I do have stock swap in hand, I think, right? Oh no, I draw stock swap here. So I clock, I draw stock swap, and I'm like, okay, I drew the stock swap, so now I can get rid of the climax, which is good. But now I need to mill out this deck, right? And I could play Riki, but then just realizing that like there's no more doors left in my deck. So if I play Riki right now, it's like super bad because I can't draw into a door. And then if I play a door, like if I Riki, I can Riki to hit myself to level 3 and then try to draw like a 2 soul and then climax swap, but that's like super bad. Okay, so I brainstorm, I hit, and I get 1 Kasumi. But I think this is my second Kasumi. Like I don't have the third Kasumi is like not in rotation, right? Because I have 1 stuck in my clock, and I think the last one is let's see what my mills are there. Give me a second. Wait, let me see what the mills are here. I forgot what my mills were. Well, I can't tell what the mills are. I reveal that so quickly. Alright, let's see here. Oh, it's the 1-0 event. Okay. I was like, what's that third card? When I saw this turn start and you had the Fumio in hand, I said Louis is in danger. Yeah. I mean, I was really trying to get the Fumio to work because he has a clean clock right now. And if I can shuffle that back into his deck, it's like super good for me. Yeah, so now I have 6 cards left in deck. So I can brainstorm again because I have a second brainstorm in hand. And then I can play the 1-0 event. So now I'm thinking like, what order do I do it in? Do I play the 1-0 event first and then I brainstorm? Or do I brainstorm first and then I play the 1-0 event? And eventually I decided to brainstorm first. So brainstorm first is actually correct. Because if you play the 1-0 event and then you brainstorm, and you hit a climax on a brainstorm, the climax doesn't go back into the deck, right? And at this point, I'm just trying to draw climaxes. So I realized that if I brainstorm first and then I play 1-0 event, I'm guaranteed to get all the climaxes in my deck back into my deck. Whereas if I play 1-0 event and then I brainstorm, because the brainstorm goes to resolution zone, I'm not guaranteed to get all the climaxes back. However, I do have the 1-0 cost, the 3-2 Kasumi in my clock. So if I brainstorm second and I hit, I could salvage that 3-2 Kasumi. That was something I didn't think about at the time because I was just focused on trying to draw climax. Because I just don't have the climax. Like, not having the climax here was like, it just felt so bad. Like, oh my gosh, I don't have the climax.
So if he triple Kasumis, he will draw 6.
Alright, so I play the second brainstorm. I go ahead and brainstorm here. Okay, and then here I salvage the Toko brainstormer. So I think I don't think there's a Kasumi. Ooh. Yeah. I don't think there's a Kasumi in my waiting room. There might have been a Kasumi that I could have salvaged, but I get the Toko here because I know I need stock. I know I'll need the stock from the Toko later. So I opt to get Toko brainstormer over I think my third Kasumi because I was like, I'll probably draw a climax and then I'll be fine. But like but then yeah. Oh wait, what did I mill on the last two? I think it was like a climax and a 0, right? Oh my gosh, I can't tell. I just flipped that too quickly. Yeah, I think it was a climax and a 0. Yeah, and then there was a climax there. So I brainstormed twice. I hit on both brainstorms, and then there was a climax in bottom 2. So it's actually quite unlucky that I took the 5. I really don't think I should have taken the 5 there. So yeah, but it is what it is. Yeah. So the thing is, the climaxes are all back in my deck, except for the 2 doors of my stock. I have 2 doors on my stock, so there's only 2 doors left in the deck, which is like really unfortunate for me, right? But cool thing here, event stays out because I play it from hand. It's in resolution zone, so that's kind of nice. Extra a little bit of compression. Always nice to see them in max. Yeah, so like now it's just like, but now I think like honestly, if I get any climax, I'm fine because I can always grab the climax swap. I shuffle the climax swap back into the deck, but like it's not too hard to get it back out, I think, because I have like the brainstorm. I have like a bunch of stuff I can do here. All right, go ahead, just like level whatever the hell I want. Go ahead and salvage. I think drop search. Yeah, I was thinking like, okay, worst comes to worst, I draw the wrong climax. I'll drop search for the climax swap or whatever. Like I'm fine as long as I draw a climax. Yeah. So like yeah, just need to draw a climax. So first Kasumi, right? So we pay out a door, and I know climax swap is like 100% gonna be fine. I draw the 1-0 event again there. That's gonna be huge later on. You'll see. Go ahead and blind stock. Plays over. So I'm about to play the second Kasumi here, and then I realize, wait, I need to play the Toko first, cause I need to play the Toko, put her to stock, and then pay her out. By doing that, I make sure that Toko's in the waiting room, so I can salvage it off the event. I was like, oh, catch myself real quick. Toko first here, and then the Kasumi's gonna pay the Toko out, right? Yeah, so that's really good. Draw 2. Draw another 1-0 event, by the way. That's huge. Easy. All right, and then now it's like, okay, I don't have the event, or sorry, I don't have the climax, which is like super awkward. So now I'm just like, I don't know what to do. I don't have the climax. I don't have 3 stock. I don't have a third Kasumi. If I had the third Kasumi, this turn is like super easy. I just play the third Kasumi, right? But I don't have the third Kasumi. It's like super awkward here. So now I'm trying to think like, is there anything in my hand that can get a third Kasumi? Like, do I just like, I was thinking like, do I just like stock swap and then just attack 3 times and like not try to go for like the climax? But then I'm just like, but if I don't go for the climax, the Kasumi doesn't have anti-burn, which is like meaningless anyways. So I was just like, I'm like, this is so bad. So I'm feeling pretty sad right now, honestly, because I'm just like, man, I didn't draw a single climax, and like I really don't know what to do. But then my hand right now is like 3 1-0 events, right? It's like 3 1-0 events, the 2-1 event, and then like a 3-2 Rui, I think. Yeah, and so I'm just like, do I play a 1-0 event? I'm thinking like, do I play one? And then I'm just like, what am I trying to get from the 1-0 event? Really, like, what am I trying to get? And I start counting 3s. I'm just like, wait, how many 3s am I out? And I'm just like, okay, there's still a counter in deck. There's still a Rui in deck because I paid it out earlier and I shuffled it back, right? So there's still a Rui in deck. There's still a Kasumi in deck, and there's still a counter in deck. So I'm just like, that's like not bad. Oh, there's still Tai. Tai is also still in deck, right? So that's 4 3s in like a pretty small deck. So I'm just like, I have enough like 1-0 events. I just play a few 1-0 events here, and then like maybe I'll hit a 3 or something, or like a 1+2. 1+2 will also get 3. And then I hit the 3-0 event, and I'm just like, oh shit! Like you can see me, I'm shaking here. I'm like, yo, I got Kasumi! I got the Kasumi! Let's go! So third Kasumi pays out my second door. All right, draw 2 on event. Let's go! I draw the door. And then now I'm just like, okay, but now I'll have 2 stock, right? So I can't stock swap Fumio. And oh sorry, I have 3 stock, so I can't stock swap Fumio and double Kasumi. But it's like, but that's where Toko comes in. That's where Toko comes into play, baby. So I do event again. All right, just salvage whatever. No, salvage Toko. Get the Toko back. I played that out yesterday, like on the second week. Abuse Toko, let's go. All right, stock swap. So 6 stock is all clean, right? That goes back in. So the bottom card of his stock now, not only is it a choice, it's this level 3 choice. It's his only level 3 choice, right? So like in order for him to even finish me, like even if I don't kill him this turn, he has to pay out all his stock, and his final stock has to be either a climax swap or this climax salvage, which like limits his options a lot. Like he can't sequence that. Like he has to sequence it in a very specific way. It's like really awkward for him, right? And then he has 1 in hand, and then he has 1 in stock now. So now he's refreshing with 6. And I'm just like, dude, I feel great because like I have 5 chances to hit a climax, and then we stock swap, right? So 5 more off the top. And he got pretty lucky here. Actually, it was actually 5 clean, I'm pretty sure, which is like really lucky for him. Like if I hit a climax off of this 5, like it's actually just it's Jover. Like he can't win, right? But then I go Fumio on top, and I still have 1 stock. So yeah, so shuffle back 6 clean, and then we can do double Kasumi. So I have the choice here between doing triple Kasumi and double Kasumi Fumio. And Fumio specifically here is shuffle back 6. Because he doesn't have any climaxes in the waiting room, so it's just 16 cards back into his deck. So in the moment, I was like very confident that Fumio was the correct choice. Later, I thought about it and I was like, maybe I should have triple Kasumi. But the thing is here is that the reason why I think Fumio is still correct is okay. Well, anyways, it's because I need to do 7 damage here, right? All right, we'll watch. So first one, so he cancels the swing, takes the burn. So this one's not gonna have the burn because I just don't have enough stock. It's for 3, so perfect. Now it's so I can cipher 2, right? Just joking, cipher 4. Cancel off the top, good for me. Pay 2. All right, we got it. Let's go, dude. That final turn sequence was crazy, dude. I got there with 1 Kasumi in hand and no climax from 2-5. 2-5, 1 Kasumi in hand, no climax, into triple Kasumi stock swap Fumio. Oh my gosh, that's so crazy. Holy shit. Yeah, that was crazy. Yeah. Stock swap Fumio is so good. It's so good. It's so good. Yeah, that's what I'm doing. VOD review right now. Hey yo. Yeah, but it's really not just that though. It's like the thing is like, so that final turn, it was so interesting too, because there's so many lines. There's so many lines that you can take in that turn with this deck. The thing that I didn't talk about in the deck profile, and I thought about it later, is like the fact that the Kasumi can draw into the 1-0 event is so big. Cause like, if you're not playing the 1-0 event, Kasumi draws are either they draw you what you want, or they're drawing like just shitty cards that don't do anything. But in that final turn Kasumi, because I didn't draw the cards I wanted, I drew 1-0 events, and then the 1-0 events gave me extra chances to get cards I wanted. So it's like that's just crazy, right? Like, so I think like Kasumi and 1-0 event, the synergy there, I never realized it before this tournament, but then after playing it, I was like, the synergy is crazy. Like, it was so good. But yeah, so the difference between Fumio there and the extra Kasumi burn, and I haven't done the math on this, so you know this is like not scientific, but in my mind, I'm thinking because I need to do 7 damage, right? And if I'm just trying to do 2 damage or like 3 damage, I 100% take the burn 2 any day, right? Even 4 damage. If he's at 3-3, I'm not Fumio. I'm not doing the Fumio. I'm just doing triple Kasumi, because all I need to do is 4 damage. So I could just like cipher 2, burn 2, cipher 2, burn 2, cipher 2, burn 2, and he would need to cancel 5 of those, right? That's just ridiculous. Like no amount of Fumio is gonna like make that any better, right? That's just great. Like there's like a hard check on how many climaxes he has in his deck. But in this situation, I need to do 7 damage, which means that I need some of my swings to stick. And because I need some of my swings to stick, and like let's say all my swings cancel, and I do 3 burns, I hit him to 3-6. He's not dead, right? So technically the extra burn 2, like it is more damage potential overall, but like the burns aren't gonna get me to kill him. Like I actually need a swing to stick, and I just need like a lot of damage to stick overall. And so I was thinking, like, if I shuffle back 6 before any of my swings, that just increases the chance that all of my damage instances stick. It just gives me a higher chance on all the damage instances rather than giving me extra damage instances. And then and I was literally thinking this at the time. I was like, well, you know, like Silica combo is on attack, burn 2, shuffle back 2. and we think Silica combo's pretty good. Like, we think Silica combo can kill from like 2-5 and stuff like that. But Silica's combo shuffle back is actually really bad because you're shuffling back on attack. So like the first Silica shuffle back is good because it's gonna affect the other Silicas, but the last Silica shuffle back only affects the swing of that last Silica. It's like not contributing to the decompression of your earlier Silica swings, right? So like, so even for shuffle back 2, Silica's like super expensive and like the cost is very high. So it's like very highly valued for the decompression, even though the decompression is not even that good. But the Fumio here, it will shuffle back 6 swings. So it's like 3 Silica combos worth of decompression at the very start. It's like if Silica was on climax placement instead of on attack. Oh my gosh, think about that. If Silica was on climax placement, that combo would be nuts. Can you imagine? On climax placement, ditch 6, burn 2, shuffle back 2, burn 2, shuffle back 2, burn 2, shuffle back 2, and then swing, swing, swing. That'd be so cool, right? So I was thinking like, yeah, honestly, shuffle back 6 seems really value here. Because it's going to affect every single damage I do from this entire turn out. And I just need to be able to hit like 7 damage somehow, right? So that's why I gave up the extra 2 damage. I don't know if that's correct. Again, I would need to do the math, and I'm just too lazy to do the math. But that's my reasoning and my thought process for why I did the Fumio. But yeah, that turn was really cool. I'm really glad. I'm really glad it was recorded. It was just such a cool turn. I just had so much fun sequencing through that turn. That turn took like 5 minutes too, by the way. I definitely slow played my mind out. But yeah, that's it. Alright, so that's it for the VOD review for this match. Once again, if you guys want to see the other matches, go ahead to, what is this, Card Art TCG. This Twitch channel, you'll be able to see this VOD. You can see the earlier game. The first game is like, I think it's like 7 Deadly Sins versus Alice. That game's a banger, by the way. I caught like the tail end as I was walking around and stuff like that. So like, you should watch that. That was really hype. And then the middle game is just me playing against C-Tang, which is like the 2-soul Muron deck, and that game was not very fun. It was just both of us bricking, so yeah. Alright, but that's it for this stream. Once again, really excited to have won this buy card, yay! And I'm planning on using it, so I don't know where I'm judging this circuit yet, but basically I'll just try to find a regional that I'm not judging, and I'll just compete in it, probably, something like that, so yeah. Pretty excited, woo! And then I'm probably just playing Hololive, because what else are you gonna be playing in this upcoming meta? I do have the vampire cards from Overlord, so maybe I play Overlord, but I think Hololive's better. Alright, that's it for this stream. Thank you guys so much for coming by and watching me watch myself. It's kind of weird, I guess, but I mean, I guess that's what a VOD review is. I mean, you just learn a lot from watching your own play. I can, even in this review, I realized that I did a few misplays that I could have done better. Just in terms of like counting resources and like making sure I know what I'm doing, but anyways. Oh man, I'm tired. Alright, that's it for this stream. If you have any questions about the deck profiles on my channel, you can go watch that. Comment there if you have any questions. The list is also there, the deck log. And then, I don't know, any other information. My socials, they're somewhere. I don't know where they are. Yeah, just feel free to ask whatever. Alright, I'm gonna go play some Genshin. Alright, see you guys later. Bye!